Hi, I'm Vince Weston, and I just realized I didn't do my final on the eggplane build. Boy, that was a toughie. So, here we are. Of course, you remember again, I was building the F-86 Blue Impulse, which is the JASFDF display or demo flight crew. And also, before I get too far in, I want to thank Charlie Mack and Munchkin Model Man, Munchkin Modeler Man, Dan. Anyway, I thought I had your shop card, but obviously I don't. And one other aside, I'll talk about this in a minute. Here's my final plane, what I've been able to put together. Of course, as everyone has been saying, the decals are a nightmare. I had to do a lot of paint touch-ups to correct for a lot of issues and to fix my mistakes. If you remember from my last video, I botched up the 8, and I was able to correct that with some flat black paint. Most of the paints I used on this one actually were enamels. The interior I did do in craft acrylics because I had about the right gray. So we'll give you a little spin around here. I probably should zoom in at some point, but we'll give you a quick spin in for right now, since this camera is probably going to be a nightmare to zoom on. I did add, as I mentioned last time, I did add some weight to the nose. It was 12 BBs, a matter of fact, super glued inside the main frame to just make sure it wasn't a tail sitter. Obviously, these planes are engineered to not be tail sitters, but I decided I wasn't going to take any risks with it. Also, you'll notice my number is different. I used 847 instead of the 966 that's on the box art. They do give you the decals for all 6 planes, so I picked a number I like because the 4 and the 7 are my girl's favorite numbers, and I won't tell you which one belongs to which. And since the last, or since my second update, I did complete the stripes, these red stripes going down, and clear coated it all with a gloss clear coat. Came out really nice. I just used the regular testers, and I guess it's lacquer. So that's that. Here's the bottom. Now, of course, these are all decals. Also, I painted up the fuel tanks, the ejectables. It's kind of a pretty close match. I think on video I'm a little more red, but it's orange red. It's supposed to be, I think, similar color to this. And if you look really close right here, there's one of my boo-boos. And I guess I used a little too much red, but on that in particular, it's hardly noticeable. But of course, the fuel tanks look a little darker. Let's see what other nasties. While I spin them around again. It was a fun build, and of course the nightmare of the decals kind of detracted from that, and the only thing that really stopped me from having it fly into the garbage can, or as Kenny May would say, to meet the hammer, was the fact that the build itself was actually pretty fun, and I wanted to see it through. So I saw it through and got her finished. I actually finished Saturday, Friday night, somewhere in that area, and have just forgotten to do this video. So that's what I came up with, and I hope you like it. Like I said, I'll show you I'll give you a little more. By the way, this one doesn't come with a pilot or the figure of the girl. Those are a lot of special releases. Okay. Actually, this is one spot right here that's kind of a real pain in this one because of the gun inlet. Had to be touched up with paint because, of course, the decal wouldn't sink that far in, so I basically just split it and put it, then just painted in with a matching color. I was able to match pretty closely, as you could tell from my last video. So, anyway, a quick PSA, I guess we'll call it, on my boo-boo finger, or as they would call it in Nebraska, an ouchie. I was putting down laminate floor on the second bedroom in the house, and after working too long, I was very tired, and I was trying to tap a piece into place, and of course it takes some pretty good hammer swings. So I caught this little bad boy between the maple block and my hammer, and I've actually broken my fingertip. It's what they call an open fracture because the skin is open. I had to get 3 stitches. The back fingernail looked pretty nasty too yesterday. Hopefully I get to keep that for a little while. We'll see if it falls off or not. But this may slow me down a little. I can't type, and I don't know how good I'm going to be at model working with only 9 fingers. But that's my interest in getting sympathy. So I'll just say at this point, thanks for watching, and have a good one. Bye-bye.
Thank you for watching Vincent Weston Models Foam the Dungeon.